Hello, hello, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? For everyone who's tuning in, I want to thank you for tuning in. For those who are going to look later, thank you for checking it out later on. So I like to thank everyone. To all the places that I'm streaming, FIMP for my imperfect non-judgmental people, my personal Facebook page, my business Facebook page, Tailor-Made Training for You, YouTube, Gwen's Boy Mindset. Please subscribe to that, and Twitter. So all the places that I'm streaming on, you are now tuning in to the No Judgment Zone with Sean Taylor, hosting right now, discussing topics with no judgments, I hope everybody can hear me. Hopefully. Sometimes this thing runs right, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully everybody can hear me. So anyway, today's topic is about resolution. What is resolution? Resolution is simply the act determining upon an action, a method, or procedure. The act of resolving. That's what resolution is. Resolution is simply the act of resolving. And so, I got stuff everywhere, man. Today I have to clean my desk. I have to clean it. So my goal is to be with you guys for probably 30 minutes, 35 minutes tops. That's the goal. So as I was talking about this, I was actually having a conversation with someone on, I think it was Monday. Yes, it was Elena. Elena, my client. So I'm going to talk about this, about resolution. And when you think of resolution, most people think of New Year's resolution. Okay. We on the countdown. It's December the 2nd. Okay. So soon, within several weeks, January 1st will be here. Okay. And you got the typical new year, new me, whatever. Some of these resolutions may get resolved. Some of them may just be talk. Some of them never get resolved. So things just start lingering. But I talked about this, I don't know if it was last year, a couple of years ago, but I kind of briefly talked about this a little bit, that it baffles my mind of why people have to wait all the way to the 12th month to get an epiphany that they need to do something based off of a resolution, especially when it comes to fitness. You went to that mirror every day. You brushed your teeth every day, hopefully. And you've looked in that mirror every day as you're doing your hair, shaving your head, whatever, putting your makeup on, whatever the case may be. And you have seen the reflection in the accountability mirror that David Goggins calls it. And the mirror is cold-blooded because it's going to show you exactly what you are looking at in the present. But why does it take 12 months for a light bulb to go off and be like, I really got something I really got to get my body in shape. I really got to start working on this thing. Is it me, Lord, or did they not notice that the whole 12 months in this calendar year? So that's the part that I'm always scratching my head. I don't understand what's supposed to miraculously happen when the clock strikes 12, January 1st, 2022 at midnight. I don't know. Is something supposed to drastically happen on January 1st? I mean, if you're trying to resolve bad health into good health, bad body into a good body, losing 30, 40, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever, getting tighter, gaining more lean muscle tissue, it's something much miraculously supposed to happen when the clock strikes 12, January 1st, 2022. I mean, If the clock strikes 12, January 1st, 2022, and all of a sudden you look different, I get that. I mean, it's like poof, and hey, all your problems have been resolved. All your issues have been rectified. But that's not the case. Why wait when you look at yourself right now and be like, man, I need to get myself together? Why are you waiting until January 1st? Why do we put things off that needs to get done in the now? Again, it goes back to my segment of the misconception of time. So if resolution is the act to resolve, and you say this every single year, and you resolve nothing, that's no plans of implementing the information that you have, implementing what you actually need to do to get your body to the satisfactory level that you need to get it to. Why do we wait? Why do we procrastinate? Then why do we bitch, moan, and complain of the problem that we need to come to some type of resolution about? When ironically, we are the problem. It's always you versus you. It's not your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, your job. It's you. So part of the resolution, the act of resolving, pretty much you have to be like, it's me. I'm the problem. How am I going to make this resolution come into fruition? How do I make this real? How do I do it? I mean, what do I do? Well, you have to formulate a plan. And in order to formulate a plan, there has to be some type of preparation involved. Mm. Mm. Preparation is simply the cure for pressure. Because as you're going through these things, there is pressure. You have a timeline. Some people think they can go from 300 pounds to 120 pounds in 90 days. I mean, you got all type of unrealistic expectations. People don't know how to manage their expectations so that they don't turn into paranoia and mistrust of themselves and to other people. You have to have a sense of reality, so to speak, but still have a common goal at the end. But to be part of a resolution and to be an act of resolving things, you have to start implementing what you're saying out of your mouth into action to make that thing come alive and become real and be of existence to where you can get things done. If you're trying to get your body done, why are you waiting till the clock strikes 12? 9 times out of 10, when people make these jive ass resolutions for New Year's, nothing gets resolved. So think about this for a moment. Think about this for a moment. And just think about it. All year long, 365 days, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to attempt to make happen January 1st. Does that make any logical sense at all? Over something 365 days that you have known, but miraculously, all of a sudden, you are dragging your head out of your rectum, wash it off, make it all pretty and nice, and I mean, it's been in your rectum for 365 days. We don't know how that head is smelling because it's been up your rectum for 365 days. You're going to drag that off, clean it off, make it all pretty and shiny, and put some perfume or cologne on it, whatever you want to do. And then something miraculously is supposed to happen on January 1st. Majority of people who talk about resolutions never have those resolutions come into action of resolving. 6 months later from that January 1st date, 2022, you're going to see them in that same position they were talking about. And then they'll start rehashing and repeating the same conversation they had in 2021, in 2022 about what they're going to do, in 2023. See, it's a constant cycle. In order to stop a cycle, okay, and to stop something from reoccurring, you have to pump the brakes on it, you have to stop it, and you have to make change. Change isn't change until things are actually changed. We can talk about change till the cows come home. We can talk about change till we blue in the purple, until we lose our breath. We can talk about change until it goes from daylight outside today to nightfall. But change isn't change until things are changed. And if you don't change your mind, ain't nothing going to change for you anyway. So you be in the same boat or in a worse position in 2023 than you will be in 2022 than you are right now currently in December of 2021. How do we stop that vicious cycle of nonsense, of talking about what we're going to do and never getting a damn thing done? How do we do that? You have to move different. How do you do that? You got to start thinking differently, but you have to implement things. How do you stop seeking information with no plans of implementation? How do you stop that? It's the information that you seek, that you need, and you need to get, you need to have. Once you get that information, you start to apply that information and data, and then things start to come into fruition. Things start to come into fruition from action, not from words, but from action. You can talk about exercising all day long. You can talk about eating right all day long. You can talk about, I'm going to do 2 times a week. I'm going to do 3 times a week. I'm going to cut out sodas. I'm going to cut out this. I'm going to cut out that. I'm going to go from drinking a 12-pack every day to just drinking 2 beers a day. You can talk about this stuff all day long. But if there is no actions behind your words, nothing's getting done. Your resolution for 2022 is going to be unresolved all the way to December of 2022, and then you'll be talking about the same stuff and making the same New Year's resolution for 2023. Nothing gets done because all we're doing is talking. For me, I believe shit when shit happens. That's it. I'm not going off on your word. You tell me, I'm like, when people are like zipping and a jumping and a japping and a zipping and a and just talking. I'm listening, but in my mind, I'm saying I don't believe nothing that's coming out their mouth until that nonsense happens. And then you ain't even got my curiosity when you're talking. You have nothing. Once I see you start doing something, I was like, oh, okay, now you got my curiosity. I'm like, okay, now I can pay attention. Now they're showing me something. Because that thing that they were talking about out of their mouth, they're breathing life into it by actually implementing it with action. So I'm sorry, good people, but that's the only way that your New Year's resolution is going to come alive. Yeah, that's all resolution is. The act determining upon an action, method, or procedure. That's the true act of resolving. You have to fix the problem. You have to work on a problem. A problem can be presented, whatever the problem is, and we could talk about it and we could discuss it. But until we implement what we've talked and discussed, it's not even real. It's in limbo. It's out there in the air because you said it. That don't make it real until you start working towards it with action. That's just it. And in simplest forms, that's all. You have to bring that thing to the forefront. You have to put that into action. Until that happens, ain't nothing going down. You just somebody who listen to themselves talk because you like to hear your own voice because there's nothing going on. So my advice for your New Year's resolution, please plan on putting action behind what you say you want to do. Again, I've never understood miraculously what's going to happen once the clock strikes 12. And nothing normally never does. I'm just being really sarcastic and funny right now about it because it's pretty hilarious to me. But why wait all the way to December 31st, midnight? You're drunk and you're partying, you've been up all night, watch the ball drop or doing God knows what, whatever. And then that very next day, are you going to get up with your hangover and feeling like hammered shit and just make your way to the gym and start implementing your New Year's resolution? Why take yourself through all that nonsense, malarkey, so to speak? And why not just start working on it in the now? We always put things off good people because, we all think we promised tomorrow. We all think we got all the time in the world. And why not act on it today, tomorrow, Saturday? I mean, well, why do we have to wait 29 days from now? I guess it just feels good with the New Year, New Me stuff. Is that what it is? But my thing about it is that you have to start to, if you say something, how about owning it? That's how that changes. So whatever you say you're going to do, own it. Like really follow through what you say. Own it. If you say you're gonna work out 2 days a week, own it. If you say, you know what, I never had a trainer before, I'm gonna get one, own it. If you say you're gonna cut out sugars and certain things, own it. You say you're gonna quit snacking on junk food, own it. You're gonna cut out fried food, own it. You're gonna cut out meat, you're gonna do the veggie thing for about 6 months, own it. Own everything that you say that you're going to implement out of your mouth and put it into action. That's the only way you're gonna get closer to the goal. That's the only way you'll be able to even jumpstart getting close to the goal. And if you don't do that, it's not going to work for you. Not so much. How much time I've been? Man, 19 minutes. I'm doing pretty good. So that's my advice for people who are making these New Year's resolutions. So transparency, man. Why is transparency depicted as rude? I don't know. But transparency can be depicted as rude. I don't understand. To me, transparency is refreshing, it's professional, it's courteous based off how it's delivered. To me, being fake is rude. I don't believe that being transparent is rude. I believe being fake is rude. Fake is really an insult. It really is because you don't get the true authenticity from whatever you're dealing with this person, or even not even in true conversation. Fakeness is fakeness pretends for this to that for their own hidden agendas. Yeah. Fakeness is you only fakeness only it's all about what they want and what they're trying to get, or who they're trying to use at that moment, opposed to just being 100% transparent in truthfulness. Uh, Honesty is always looked at as um, no matter sometimes no matter how you deliver it, you can deliver it in a nonchalant way, you're rude, and a way that you feeling you in a melancholy type moment is depends on being rude, lack of enthusiasm, but you're being honest. It's rude. Um, I guess transparency is so non-popular because it's it's not as entertaining as a lie. See things about lies from somebody who's lied so much in his life. The thing about lies, it's so pretty. It's just so painted up to perfection, and it sounds good and it feels good, and it's invigorating. It's all of those things because it's not real. But the truth, you speak the truth, and it's like all of a sudden the clouds go from sunshine to cloudy and gray. It goes from the sun being out nice and warm to rain and snow and sleet, ice coldness. The truth is never looked at as something magnificent for a lot of people because it's not what they want to hear. Well, this goes toward the new resolution thing too as well. Why speak on a thing when you really have no plans on implementing a thing? You got people who are manipulators of wasting other people's time too as well, seeking information with no plans of implementation. I guess they had a couple of minutes to kill or something. I, I don't know. But if you're trying to get your resolution for 2022 to become real and to be existing in the land of the living, there has to be some action behind that resolution that you're speaking out of your mouth. Or you're going to be in the same boat that you were last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. How about don't talk about it? Just do it. How about not talk about it, but just be about it? How about plan and work toward your new resolution in silence? Make that pact with yourself. Look in that mirror in the morning, just make that pact with yourself. I'm like, you know what? Self, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get this thing done. We're going to start today. We ain't waiting until January 1st. We're not waiting until December 31st. We're going to start today. Change is now. There ain't no tomorrow. Change is now. It's now. Start working on your quote unquote New Year's resolution for 2022 and 2021. Don't worry about when the clock strikes 12. And then when the clock strikes 12, because you've already been working on it, you're in a way better place December the 2nd, 2021 than you will be on January 1st of 2022. Why? Because you started implementing action now. You didn't wait. People procrastinate. Procrastination is nothing but a kissing cousin of excuses. They both go hand in hand. They're complementary of each other. Because excuses and procrastinations it's just sad. You will never get nothing done. Owning where you are and implementing action for change will get you to a better place. But you have to own it. You just got to do it. You got to quit putting it off. You got to quit procrastinating. You just got to go do. Resolutions don't get resolved because people don't have an act of resolving them. They don't have an act of resolving that resolution, that problem, that issue, that constant occurrence, that thing that keeps them back, that thing that keeps them complacent, that thing that keeps them stagnant. But they're always talking about what they want to do. And then they always complaining about where they look. It's just an uncomfortable position to be in. And then the people around you that you're constantly saying it and telling and talking about it and bringing it up and complaining about it, now you're sounding overboard. You're in the overboard redundancy type mode, and nothing is actually getting done. That's the bad thing about resolutions. Nothing never gets done because you're waiting for that magical time. The clock strikes 12. You're waiting for after Christmas, and you're waiting for New Year's Eve and New Year's night, and all of a sudden your life is going to be changed come January 1st of the new year. And when you wake up and go to that accountability mirror, you are still looking the same. There's no miracles that has happened. There's no magic. There's no fairy godmother with her wand to win and just changed you and made you this whole person. You went from Shrek to this handsome prince or whatever. There's none of that. The thing that I love about the body, and the thing that's very intriguing when it comes down to the grand scheme of things about the body, is that there are certain things that you can manipulate to make your body look different. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to get that fitness work at some point in order to keep whatever part that you changed out, like Legos. I'm going to take this Lego butt and put this Lego butt on this. I'm going to take this Lego bicep and tricep and put this. I'm going to put this Lego calf here, and I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna take all these Legos out of here and suck all this out and put some abs Legos right there. But in order for that stuff to be sustained and to get better, you're gonna have to do that fitness work. See, there's no way around exercise, and your body looks good. There's no way around it. See, that's what I love. You can't, you got to do the work. That's the beautiful part about exercising. You can't steal it. You can't, I'm going to buy some exercise. Okay, I done bought my exercise. I done took my money and I done bought some exercise. And now, here, can I get a box of exercise, please? I'm going to eat this, and all of a sudden my body is going to be, it's going to be tight, it's going to be toned, it's going to be conditioned, I'm going to have stamina, I'm going to have endurance, I'm going to look good, I ain't going to have that double chin, everything's going to be gone, I'm going to be perfect. My muscles, I'm going to have muscles everywhere, I'm going to be lean, my butt's going to be lifted, I'm going to look good naked, all those things, because I went and I went and bought a box of exercise. I went and bought a box of tighten and tone. And I went and bought a box of stamina and endurance. I done went and bought all the things that I need that I'm going to have to do in my exercise regimen. I went and bought it. And then he gave me a box of all these things. And all I got to do is eat it. And all of a sudden my body just changed. That's what it sounds like. Because we go and do all these extracurricular things to our bodies, not realizing you can do all those things, but you cannot not get away with not exercising. You cannot exercise, but there's going to be things that happen that shows that you don't exercise. See, when you don't exercise, the body don't. See, here's the thing: how the body just sets you up. The body just puts you out there on Front Street. The body just puts you out there butt naked and just runs and just leaves you out there in the cold. See, when you don't exercise, the body reflects that. Your body shows that you don't exercise. When you do exercise, the body shows that you do exercise. It reflects that. So whatever you do or don't do when it comes to your fitness journey, your body is going to tell on you. It's going to show it at some point. When you're sucking it in and you're just sucking it in and you're sucking it in your stomach, at some point, somebody's going to catch you and you just relax and say, man, where that gut come from? Because you didn't have it because you just be sucking it in all day. But at some point, you're going to get comfortable, you're going to get tired, and you think nobody around, and people going to see that your belly hanging over your seat or your desk, or because you've been sucking it in. See, your body is going to tell on you. Your body dry snitches on you every day. It shows the world what you're doing and what you're not doing based off of how that body is actually looking. It shows the world. Your body does not protect you. Your body don't say, hey, Sean, I got your back. You ain't got to worry about, man, go to McDonald's every day, bro. Go to Popeyes every day. Drink yourself into oblivion every day. Eat all the carbs you want every day. You ain't got to do nothing. But guess what? We ain't got your back, though. We going to leave you out there. Do what you want to do. When you do what you want to do when it comes to your body, it just leaves you out there in the open. It doesn't help you. But on the flip side of that coin, when you do what you're supposed to do with your body, it actually shows, man, he getting tighter. Man, she losing weight. Man, she looking good in those jeans. Man, he getting those muscles more sculpted. Man, she losing that gut. Man, he losing that gut. Exercise is going to show what you're doing, and not exercise is going to show what you're not doing. So pretty much you just assed out. Pretty much you're just out there on the island all by yourself. And your body is telling on you all, it's just dry snitching everywhere you go, just dry snitching. She ain't doing a damn thing. Man, he ain't doing that. It's going to show you, it's going to show everybody what you're doing and what you're not doing. You can't get around not exercising and not being exposed. It's impossible. That's what I love about exercising. You can't buy exercising. You can't buy the work. You got to do it. You can't steal the work. You got to do it. Nobody else can do the work for you and you get the results. You got to do it. That's what I love about exercise. It's one of those things that, buddy, you have no choice but to do it if you want the body to change. Again, you can get everything sucked out all you want to. You could go to whoever, Count Chocula, Dr. Flintstone, whoever you need to go to and see or do whatever you want to, but they can't help you when it comes to that exercising, baby. You can't get around that. You can't jive. You can't con and manipulating exercising, because if you don't do it, your body gonna tell on you. And it's talking. Your body's talking for you. Your body's talking for you. It's talking. Your body's talking to you. It's talking for you. Your body is talking for you. And it's talking. Your body is talking. And it's telling everything. It's gonna tell what she or he not doing, and it's gonna tell what he or she is doing. So it's gonna expose when you're looking right, and it's expose when you're not looking right. And there's no ways around it. And that's a beautiful thing. Because it forces you. You have no choice. It's inevitable. You got to exercise. Or not. But don't wait on these jive ass resolutions on January 1st when the clock strikes 12, 2022 for some miracle just fall out of the sky and all of a sudden you're going to wake up in a couple of hours and you're going to be perfect. No, newsflash, your body's still going to look the same because you ain't done nothing all year. You cannot get around exercising no matter how hard you try. You can't buy that. You can buy everything else. But you can't buy the work that somebody else do and your body shows the results. No, you can't do that. I'm sorry, amigos. You can't do it. You have to do the work. And that's the gratifying, beautiful thing about exercising. When people be talking that noise, you see, you're getting a little older. I be laughing inside because I'm looking at you. I'm like, you're right. I have gained another year in age. But baby, me and your body is not the same. Me and your body don't speak the same language. Me and your body don't go to the same places. Me and your body don't even converse with the same people. Me and your body don't even think alike. And me and your body sure as hell don't look alike. So who's winning and who's losing big? That's my question. So it's really comical when I be like, I just be looking like, and I just smile like, tough on them. Po babies. It will carry a little bit more credibility and a little bit more weight if your body was right. But you lose me every time when you bring up the age and my body's defined yours by 20 years. That's sad. You can't get around not exercising, baby. Sorry about that, but a phone call came and it just knocked the podcast out. But that's it. So implement what you say and do what you need to do when it comes to your body. Don't wait till the clock strikes 12, January 1st, 2022. That's all I got. Like I said, at the end of the day, after every segment, I'll start judging people once I'm perfect too. But since I'm no danger of ever becoming perfect, you'll never have to worry about me ever judging you. Check me out. Subscribe to my YouTube, Gwen's Boy Mindset. And I'll see you guys on next time. I think me and Brandon has a podcast coming up. I don't know if we're doing it Friday. I think it's Friday. Me and Brandon Lampley. But y'all stay easy, man. Put those words into action in order for things to come into fruition. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.